What's up, good people? Back in here with another one. Y'all know how I do. I attack ideas and not people. And a lot of the times, it's not what actually happened, it's how people react to it that normally get the biggest reaction out of me. Because I like to break down ideas and the pathology of people and then more or less pick it apart, see what we can learn from it. And already out the gate, what I'm reacting to here when Tasha K interviewed the woman who punched Tommy Sotomayor in the face twice. I'm reacting to that, but the first thing that I got to pull up here is the title of the video itself. She could have titled this video anything. She chose to title it Breaking News. Tommy Sotomayor pressed charges on the woman he verbally and physically assaulted. That's what she chose to name her video. We all saw what happened. So this is going to be a reoccurring theme where they're going to be on the hashtag believe all women, even when the incident is caught on tape. Let's get ready to go. Let's get into it. Let's get it.
What's your question? You got 3 questions, Mama. What you got?
You know what? It's crazy because being from Chicago, you can't put your hands on nobody and think ain't no consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm going to be pausing a lot. Notice right now she's reacting as if the woman is defending the girl who punched Tommy Sotomayor. So they're like, yep, you're right. You can't put your hands on nobody. Somehow in their mind, Tommy Sotomayor put hands on her first. In their mind, somehow. That's why Tasha K was nodding and agreeing.
Chicago, you can't put your hands on nobody and think ain't no consequences.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. If he pushed Myron into you, he didn't touch you. The problem with females is they get active and hyper and want to put their hands on people, and that ain't how it work. Because where I'm from, if you put your hands on a man, he gonna beat that ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait a minute, Lisa. Whose side you on?
You notice? You could see what was going on in her head when she was processing what was being said, but then realized this woman was not in agreement with them. So it's not a matter of who's right or who's wrong. It's a matter of
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of this.
Well, wait a minute, Lisa. Whose side you on?
It's a matter of whose side are you on. Not who's right, who's wrong, or who's making the most sense. It's about whose side you're on. Now, notice she said that the woman who called in said that now if Tommy Sotomayor pushed this man into you, he didn't hit you. That's the story and narrative that they're going with. I'm going to prove real soon. I'm going to prove in a little bit that wasn't true. That was something that they made up to try to justify her punching him by saying that he used another man as a weapon to hit her with. But in reality, we're going to see what actually happened.
Obviously, Tommy.
I'm just talking about the fight. You ain't got, and nobody has to like Tommy. I'm just talking about from a fighting point of view.
But yeah, and also, you know, y'all laws are different from Florida. So in Florida laws, if whoever hit who first, if you feel that your life is in threat, you could protect yourself.
Shay,
hold on. Can we talk?
Already right there, what she's talking about, if you feel that your life is in danger, you can protect yourself. A man was sent as security to come and hold you back, to come and separate you from somebody else. And she's saying that she's in danger and she's the one being held back from somebody who was sitting down. When that man stood up, you're going to be able to see in the video that she pushed the man, fought through the man, and made the man run into Tommy Sotomayor. And then Tommy Sotomayor gave a push to get the man off of him, a very light push. That's what they're saying to try to justify the Tommy Sotomayor hit her with another man. No, she attacked him, and the man who was holding her back got pushed back into Tommy, and Tommy pushed the man off of him. That's what happened. Like, we could see it on the tape. Who you going to believe, me or your lying eyes? They want us to hashtag believe all women, like the hashtag used to say, you know, hashtag believe all women. Part of the Me Too movement, hashtag believe all women, but believe all women even when it's on tape. That's what they're going with.
That's another black woman right now. Hold on. Hold that. I got it.
Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing? Now, I know you got your black screen on and stuff, but you know that was a bold statement to come on the platform and say that, and your face ain't shown. Okay, that does not show respect, and it doesn't show that you even understand what the situation was. Okay, there we go. Now we can talk. Let's go, sister. Now, so a man done put his hands on you?
Yes, and I'm.
Well, okay, a lot of things to unpack there. She got to come on. She got to prove that she's a sister before they can have that conversation. Okay, fine, all right, whatever. I kind of get that. I kind of get that. But why she leaping right to a man has put her hands on you? That's irrelevant to the larger point that she's making. Whether or not this woman with the Erica Badu rag on, whether or not the woman with the Erica Badu rag on has been assaulted before or not, that's completely irrelevant to the merits of the points that she's making.
I'm good at what I do, so that's why I don't back down. If I fight a man, I know what I'm getting into.
What?
I fought men many days.
So you mean to tell me, as a woman, you think it's okay for a man who's physically stronger than you, okay, and was made that way by God, for him to put his hands on you, and you okay with that?
If I hit him first, if
Sister,
I
what have
hit
you
you
been
and
through?
you, I cannot.
She's leaping right to the what have you been through. The woman is laying it out quite clear. It's not okay for a man to be hitting a woman first. She is saying that if I hit him first, whatever he retaliates with, that's what he retaliates with. That's fair. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even making an argument of what men should or shouldn't do. I said on my live stream, I'm somebody who has an extreme, in a superhuman amount of restraint when it comes to situations like that. So I'm not even, but I'm not trying to tell people what they should or shouldn't do. It's just a simple general principle that we all as human beings should be able to agree on, that if you're an adult and you attack another adult, you should expect for that person to counter you with an equal or greater attack. The woman who punched Tommy Sotomayor just said, if it doesn't matter who hit first, if you feel that you're in danger, you're allowed to then attack. Did she not just say that? So by that same logic, if we follow it all the way home, if we follow that logic all the way home, Tasha K would then have to agree, and the woman that punched Tommy Sotomayor would have to agree that if Tommy Sotomayor felt attacked after he was punched multiple times, then whatever he did afterwards, he was allowed to do by the same logic that they just laid out and agreed with.
I expect not to get hit back.
What have you went through? What you okay with that?
If I hit him first, if
Sister,
I
what
hit
have you
you
been
and
through?
you, I cannot
been
expect
through?
not to get hit back.
What have you went through to even allow that? That's coming from somewhere else. What have you went through? Did
What's
your mama
coming?
get beat?
So it's okay for women to hit men and nothing to happen. But if they hit us, we can call and press charges, and we can get our brothers and uncles.
Listen, when a man uses something, a person or an object to hit this woman, she has a right to defend herself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you didn't see
it was on tape, we saw it. Again, who are we going to believe? Tasha K or our lying eyes? This is the hashtag believe all women, even when it's on tape.
that's okay. I understand that. But for her to even address him giving him the right to use somebody else as a shield to run into her, that's a bitch move. And for you to be a black woman.
But
the only reason that man was in between the two of them is because he was holding her back.
But did he really push her, or was they both excited jumping in each other's face?
Do you have a daughter?
I have 2 daughters.
Irrelevant. Irrelevant. This is that appeal to emotion. This is that just appeal to emotion. The facts don't matter. Facts don't matter. Just appeal to the emotion.
daughters.
So if a man whoop their ass after they push a man, it's okay.
If they push a man,
yeah,
you got to know what's coming. Everybody is not going to be accepting to you hitting them. Just because you a woman, you cannot hit a man for no reason.
I'm sensing. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. Listen. I don't like to go in like this on the winos because I really appreciate y'all love, but I have to be honest. Like for you to even say that, like that right there is coming from somewhere else.
So men can get whatever done to them.
Okay.
And they have to accept it because they're physically stronger. And whereas the woman can walk away as well before it even escalate. Before things even escalate.
Do you not understand the man's role?
Yeah, I do.
But
we have a role too.
They're the leader.
She hit her with the right thing when she said we have a role too, and I'm sure in that whatever the role that the women have, pretty sure it's not throwing the first punch on a man who you started to fight with.
Women has a role too.
No. Okay. Oh, and we're gonna talk about that. So we're talking about a man that has a God-given right by God in the universe as dominion over women and everything else. Okay. All right. So as a man, if you have dominion, you have to control your household. You have to do.
All right. This is okay. A couple things here. Two things. One, I hate when people use the Bible. And I'm not even that person. I'm not claiming to be no expert. I've read it, but not claiming to just listen. It's simple as this: you shouldn't be using the Bible unless you understand it. I'll just say that. Secondly, to use that word dominion, she's shooting her own argument in the foot. That's just showing just a lack of understanding of basic things. If you're talking about men having dominion over the world, and God gave it to them and gave them dominion over it, and you lump women in as the thing that they got dominion over, well, that puts women in the category of cattle. We have dominion over cattle, over livestock, and you know how we treat it. She can't be serious. I mean, she is serious, but that's just a bad argument. I'm not even gonna push the issue on that one, because that was just her reaching, and she that was just her reaching. I'm not gonna push the issue on that one, but that made no that doesn't help her argument. If anything, that helps the argument of the guy who just wants to abuse women. If anything, that's who that helps. It don't help her. It don't help her at all. The guy who just want to be able to just smack it down on a woman because the wind was blowing, that helps his argument, if anything.
Do so without being physical. So if your woman or your sister, your brother or auntie or whoever is out of place as a man has to use his intellect in order to calm a woman down. Because let's be honest, any woman would submit to any man without a man even having to put hands on.
Mm-hmm.
So if a man feels that he has to go there, then something is wrong with him. He does not have dominion or control over the thing that God has given him by right. And so
what? This isn't a situation of a woman submitting to a man. That's not what happened there. That's not the situation. That's not the situation. Again, it's the amount of reaching that they are doing. This wasn't a. It'd be so much to unpack when the word salad is that strong. You get caught up in a blizzard of words, and it's like you get in an Inception. You went like 4 or 5 layers deep. You need a kick to get back to reality. Let's look at that. We're talking about a situation where a woman was out of pocket. She's making the argument saying that a man does not have to use violence in order to get a woman back in pocket if he knows how to properly manage his dominion. The only thing is that the man did not use violence. The man was punched by a woman. And the only thing he did is retaliate to being punched by a woman, who he did initially try to reason with, but she kept pressing the issue.
For you to even say that it's okay, that's the very reason why our daughters are getting their ass beat, because you as a black woman gonna sit up there and say, guess what? They ain't got the right to put their hands on it, but a man can call us a bitch. They can sleep around. They can fill us full of AIDS, and you gonna think
Okay,
it's okay?
so you telling me it don't go both ways?
Whoa. If this was a situation where a man abused a woman, called her a bitch, cheated on her when they were in a relationship, contracted AIDS from cheating on her, and went and gave her AIDS, I don't think anybody would be saying that, no, she's wrong for retaliating. She's wrong for jumping up and punching him in the face. I don't think anybody was saying that. The reason this is an issue is because the man did none of that stuff that you described, other than call her a bitch. So these arguments don't make sense. But again, here we go. We got a woman with a 1 million sub platform, has millions of female followers, and this is the stuff that she's trying to feed to them, making excuses for a woman who the facts of what happened has nothing to do with this. But let's just call it what it is. This is a sex worker who got violent with a potential child. I ain't even try to go all the way there with that. I'm not even trying to go all the way there with that. This is a woman with $1 million sub platform. A success. You gotta give her credit. She's a successful businesswoman. She's no doubt a successful businesswoman with a 1 million subscriber platform, $1 million platform, making excuses for the bottom of the barrel of behavior. Now, a lot of men are calling out Tommy Sotomayor and everything that he did, every unforced error he had there. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He did a good breakdown of everything Tommy Sotomayor did wrong leading up to the event. You know, he talk all that junk about him, call him, hair-hatted hooligans, acting a fool again, but he's sleeping with them, paying for them. He made $1 million talking junk about him, and probably made another $1 million sleeping with him on OnlyFans. He put himself in that environment. It's his job at this point. So yeah, we could talk about all the unforced errors that he made leading up to it, and men have been talking about that. Sometimes to a flaw, because I really don't like to even put the over focus on that, because at the end of the day, he didn't get up and throw a punch. She did. She threw the punch, not him. So it turns into a goofy thing where we're talking about all the non-violent acts that he did that led to somebody else's violent act, where she gave a violent reaction to a non-violent action. But we're going to go back and dissect all the other non-violent things he did to put himself in the situation to where this woman gave a violent reaction to his non-violent actions that she provoked. We can't keep doing that.
Just like a man can't hit a woman can't hit a man. That's what you saying because they black.
Even biblically, listen. Now, I'm not a follower of the Bible.
I'm just saying.
That was clear.
Is you telling me it's okay for a woman to wow the fuck out on men, and it's okay?
She didn't wow out on him. She addressed him like a woman respectfully. He continued to call her out of her name, and he used another man as a shield to push her. So when she decided,
that is a lie that she keeps going. I'm going to go back to it. Who are we going to believe? Who you going to believe? Me or your lying eyes? That's what she hitting them with. Hashtag believe all women, even when it's on tape.
To fight back and stand up for her. Not one black man in that room took her side, and not even a black woman. And for you to sit here and say that it's okay, that's some bullshit. That's the.
I think the black man who was holding her back and pulling her away from you could argue that the black man who got up to push her into the corner so she could stop punching another man was taken up for her. It's like that ain't enough. That ain't enough separating her from the person she attacking. Oh no. They supposed to turn around and help her attack the person that she was attacking. Okay.
I saw two people arguing, getting excited. I did not see him push no Myron into her. And even if he did push her,
get her the fuck off my show with that low self-esteem ass shit. Think she probably don't even. Who's next?
That was insane. That was insane. I've never seen that type of, I don't even know what to call that. I can't even give closing thoughts or closing analysis of that. Y'all saw the tape, y'all heard my commentary. I just gotta leave it right there. That was insane. That was insane. But one thing I will say, they are certainly on code. They are certainly on code. Now, I won't be on code for somebody who's clearly wrong and clearly the violent bad actor in an equation. I won't be on code for him. But overall, in general, us black men who make, content online, we probably could learn a little something from that. I'll just say that. And I'm out of here. Peace. But before you go, make sure you stop and check out my Patreon. I've been doing a lot of Patreon only content. It's going down on the Patreon. Check it out. But with that said, I'm out of here. Peace.